SonChasers families. I just wanted to greet you and explain a little bit about the resources that I'm providing in this week's email. You'll notice that it is an expanded set of lesson material with multiple videos, quite a bit more than what we've been sending out the last couple of weeks. And so the various lessons that are included are pertaining to the events leading up to Jesus' death and resurrection, and then including some events that happened shortly thereafter. So I just want to encourage you to use those as you will. They can be used all at once, or they could be spread out over multiple days' time. And I know that it might be a little bit intimidating for some of you to try to think about how to use these. It is as simple as opening your Bible to the passage and clicking the video and watching together, and then perhaps reading back through the story together and discussing some questions that you have. But when it comes to the crucifixion, some of you might be wondering if that's even appropriate for you to talk about with your children. It's a heavy subject, and should we be teaching it to children? So I just want to encourage you that the gospel is for everyone, and at the center of the gospel is the cross. It is Jesus' death and his resurrection, and that story is the same for children as it is for adults. There is not a separate gospel for children and a separate one as an adult version. And all of our ministry centers around that. I know that you as a parent, a grandparent, and all of us as kids ministry volunteers, our utmost desire is for children to turn from their sin and believe in Jesus' death and resurrection and to follow him always. And so that story is central to our faith. So as you get started thinking about how you might use these resources this week, I would encourage you to start with prayer and just ask for God to prompt you with the appropriate time and space when you can start sharing some of these things. Every moment isn't the right moment to try to sit down and have a devotion with your kids. So ask for God to show you clearly when those moments are and to guide your words as you disciple them. As you share the story, the various pieces of the story, give them the facts. You know your child, so you know what's best and what's most appropriate for their age level, but don't shy away from the facts that you can share with them. Also, don't be afraid of emotion. Feeling emotions is one way that we reflect the image of God, and the crucifixion especially is a sad and scary event. And it's okay to feel that way. We should be moved by that. And when we can go deep with our emotions of sadness, it emphasizes all the more the joy that we have in his resurrection. So don't shy away from experiencing those things with your kids. Also, don't be afraid to say, I don't know, but let's find out together. You don't have to have all of the answers or a perfectly prepared presentation. So dig in the Bible together and study that together alongside your child. And finally, I would just encourage you to leave them with hope. He is risen, and that is reason for celebration. And so I pray and hope that you will be able to really share that with your children. So I hope you have a great week. I hope that these resources are truly beneficial for you as you share them with your families. Happy Easter.